Wouldn't it be awesome to be able to travel abroad for free? There's actually a company that is recruiting foreigners here from the United States and various other countries with a native English background to travel to Japan for free. This company is called the JET program, or the Japanese Exchange Teaching Program as it's better known. Every year, the JET program selects 1,000 to 1,100 American citizens out of a selection of applicants to study abroad. They will pay for your airfare as well as find a place for you to stay. The JET program was founded in 1987, and there are currently 66,000 people from various different native English speaking countries that are currently teaching English in the various parts of Japan. More than half of this 66,000 people came from America. So, in order to become a part of the JET program, you do have to go through an application process, and you have to sign a contract that is at least for 1 year. From there, you can extend the contract for up to 5 years. Most people I know typically only stay for 1 to 2 years in the JET program. A couple things that they're looking for. First of all, you do have to be a college graduate. It doesn't matter which degree it is. You just have to at least have a bachelor's. And they do look for typically younger recruits. Younger people are better with children, I'd say, in terms of being able to actually get along and teach with the culture. If you're over 30, the chances of being selected are a little bit lower. I do have the credibility to be able to share this speech with you, as I am a current JET applicant myself. I also have a friend who is currently stationed in the Osaka area of Japan, which is there in the middle. She's currently been there for about a year, and she has renewed her contract for a second year. I've also done intensive research in order to make sure that I am the best candidate possible to be able to participate in the JET program when I finally graduate next spring. So today I will be informing you about 3 important benefits of the JET program. First of all is the JET program allows you to experience the Japanese culture. Second is it'll help you to be able to pay off the student loans that you may have acquired. And third, it is an opportunity to influence the Japanese youth and help build up the relationship between the two countries. So, first of all, I'll be talking about the culture. In Japanese culture, they have a lot of different architecture. One of the things that I noticed there was the large amounts of castles that they had there. I stayed in Kumamoto, which is right here. Here's a picture of Kumamoto Castle. Unfortunately, in 2016, the castle was hit by a major earthquake and part of the castle had crumbled. Second, the Japanese people are super friendly. It is part of the Japanese police officer's job to help give directions to people if they don't know where to go. Third, it's very clean in Japan. Here in America, you go just about anywhere and you can find trash littering the ground. But when I was in Japan, I noticed that there was hardly any trash at all. People really take it upon themselves to clean up after themselves, both outside and inside of their homes. Fourth point I'd like to make about the culture is just how safe it is. Japan is seen as one of the safest countries in the world. Compared to America's homicide rates, Japan, per 100,000 people, is only sitting at 0.31 homicides, while per 100,000 people, America is at 4.88 homicides. That's nearly 15 times more dangerous in America than it is in Japan. Now that I've talked about the culture, I'd like to move on to talk about how it can help you overcome your student loans. Currently at Idaho State University, for a 4-year bachelor's degree, the average student has $25,000 worth of accumulated student loans. That's about $6,000 every year, which is ridiculous. The JET program offers $28,000 starting pay and offers an additional $6,000 per year that you stay and renew your contract, up to around $33,000. Let's say that you save $1,000 every year to put towards your student loans. After 2 years with that math, you should be able to almost completely pay off your student loans. If you extend it to a third year, you can fully pay off your student loans, as well as have enough money to be able to travel throughout Japan for that third year. So now that I've talked to you about the ways you can pay off your student loans, I'd like to talk about the ways that you can influence the Japanese people, as well as be able to help the two countries, America and Japan, be able to become closer allies. In the Japanese schools, every student must take English courses starting from the age of 6 until they graduate from high school. And most of the times the teachers there, they're not native English speakers. They're Japanese people that have taken a few English classes and teach what they can. So with the JET program, having a native speaker, for one, it's more entertaining for a Japanese student, plus the pronunciation and grammar it's more fluent than a normal Japanese person would have typically as an English teacher. Being able to kind of mesh these two cultures between student and teacher is also a way that you can help the two cultures become intertwined and become essentially more of a stronger ally between the two countries. Plus, all the memories that these students will have about having a native English teacher will probably stick with them through the rest of their lives. So, now that I've talked about those 3 things, we'll do a small recap. First, I talked about the culture among Japan, how it's different. I talked about how you can pay back your student loans. And I talked about the influence that you'll have over the Japanese students that you teach. Now that I've talked about those 3 things, I'd like to close by hoping that you guys take this opportunity to be interested and perhaps apply for the JET program yourselves. Thank you. And here are my note cards. As well as my visual aids. And here is my audience.